Hello. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the April Challenger class. Oh, we got a small class today, but that's okay. My name is Shelly, if you don't know who I am. This is our April Challenger class, which is our high intensity, high impact exercise class. The class is recorded as well, so it will be available on our YouTube channel to watch about a week after today's class. So the way the class will run today is we'll do a warm-up followed by our main exercises, which will be 5 high-intensity exercises that we're going to do for 2 minutes each, with a little bit of a break in between each one. And then we will run through that twice. So we essentially do 5 exercises, 2 rounds, and then we'll do a little bit of a cool down at the end too. So the main goal of today's class is we are aiming for stamina. So we're going to try our best to continue moving for the entire 2 minutes for each of those exercise circuits. But of course, if you do need to have a rest at any point, you're more than welcome to do so. And try your best when you do have a break to get right back into the exercises if you can. That's sort of how our class will run today. Now, welcome to those who have just joined in. We have a bit of a small class today, but that's okay. You're all welcome to join in. And I was just mentioning that this April Challenger class is our high intensity exercise class. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, as the name implies, but we're going to do our best to stick with it as much as possible. It is a bit of a stamina challenge today. Now, the only equipment you'll be needing is you'll be needing a small cushion of some kind. The softer the cushion, the better. So if you can take a moment to grab a cushion, that would be wonderful. A small soft cushion is what you need today. And you just want to make sure you have some space to move around in the room that you're in, so you don't accidentally hit your arms on anything or accidentally trip over anything. So do be careful. I do also have a little bit of a cold today, so my apologies if you hear me sniffling in the background. I'll make sure to mute myself if I need to blow my nose. But just as an FYI, if you hear the sniffles, that's what it is. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather today. Okay. Hopefully you can see me and hear me okay. Every now and then I might need to come up to the screen to let folks in from the waiting room. So if you do see me doing that, please ignore me and keep moving as much as possible, okay? So this is our April Challenger class. It is our high intensity exercise class, so we'll do our best to get through the class in one piece as much as possible. Okay. Let's get started. I'm going to have a stand up now, and we are going to start with a bit of a warm up. Hopefully you can all see me okay. Remember to grab your small cushion and just put it aside for now, okay? So we have that. Make sure you have some space. There's nothing for you to trip over. We want to be careful no one's going to fall in this class, okay? I'm just going to pull up my timer here so I can stick to time. Okay, wonderful. Let's do our warm up. We're going to start with marching on the spot. We're going to lift those knees up nice and high, swing those arms as we're marching on the spot. Now, it's really important that when we are marching on the spot, we are not just swinging the arms forward, but we're swinging the arms backwards as much as they're going forward. So if I turn sideways for a second and you look at my arms, can you see that my arms are swinging back as much as I'm swinging them forward? So I don't want to just be like this, but I want to swing them back behind me, back behind me. Very nice, good. Keep it going. Nice high marches. You're stomping the floor. We're getting our bodies warm. Now, as we're doing this march, we're going to now turn on the spot like this. We're going to turn around in a circle, continuing this march. Trying to stomp the floor when you do that, swinging the arms, and then we're going to turn the other way. So we're going to keep going in this fashion for a little bit. We're going to turn one way,
And then turn the other way. You're stomping the floor, swinging those arms, nice large movements to try to get ourselves as warm as possible. Nicely done. Don't forget to breathe. No one's holding their breath, hopefully. Good, nicely done. Okay, now we're gonna keep this marching pattern going, but this time we're gonna travel sideways. So sideways across the space that you've got. Just be careful not to hit your legs on anything and not to trip over anything. We're gonna travel sideways in the space that we've got. And while we're traveling, we still want to make sure we're swinging our arms and we're stomping the floor. So just because we're moving sideways, we're not going to have a deterioration in the quality of the movement. Nicely done. A few more. Traveling sideways, swinging those arms. Good. Find yourself back into the center of the space. Nicely done. And we're going to go for a single shoulder roll. So one shoulder, you're rolling the shoulder back, little bend in the knees as you're doing that. Big circle of that shoulder, rolling it back, getting it ready for some movement. And when you're ready, we're going to take the whole arm swinging. Whoops. Want to make sure I'm not hitting anything. I know my arm's a little cut off in the screen, but you're circling that arm back. Just the one arm for now. Circling the arm back, keep going. I'm just letting somebody in from the waiting room. Circling the arm back. That's it. And when you're ready, I'm gonna get you to take your other arm and you're gonna circle forward. So you're doing that in the opposite direction. So from the side, my one arm is circling back, right? That's the arm we started with. When I'm ready, my other arm, I'm going to circle forward. Let me bend my knees a little more and move back so you can see. So one arm is circling back, one arm is circling forward, but they're both meeting at the top at the same time and meeting at the bottom at the same time. That's it, nicely done. Circling the arms. Good. Nice circles. A few more, let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower the arms. Now we're going to start with the other arm, circling the shoulder back. So whichever arm we didn't start with first, that's the one you're circling back now. So just like before, you're drawing a big circle with that shoulder, little bend in the knees as you're doing that. Nicely done. And when you're ready, you're going to add in the whole circle. So the whole arm is going to circle back. Nicely done. Whole arm. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. The whole arm is circling back. Good. Nicely done. When you're ready, you're going to add in your other arm, circling forward. So your arms are circling in opposite directions. One arm going back, one arm going forward. Little bend in the knees as you're doing that. So even though the arms are circling in opposite directions, they're touching the top and touching the bottom at the same time. Nicely done. Keep going. One arm forward, one arm back. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest the arms. We're going to go into some squats and stand. Some squats and stand. I'm going to turn sideways. Have a look at my legs when I'm doing the squat. I'm not doing this, but I'm sticking my bottom back and I'm squeezing my hip muscles to bring my hips forward. So I'm sticking my hips back, sticking my hips forward. So a squat movement should be coming from the hips. Yes, your knees are also moving, of course, but the primary focus here is your gluteal muscles, your glute muscles at the back here. So we're sticking them back, squeezing them together as we're pushing our hips forward. Nicely done. Getting those legs warmed up. Squatting back, squeezing forward, squatting back, squeezing forward. Nicely done. Keep your back nice and long if you can. So try not to do this, but keep your back nice and long if you can. Nicely done. Let's go for 5. Squeeze, 4, squeeze, very good, 3, squeeze, 2, nicely done, last one. This time, we're gonna try to add a rise. So from here, we're gonna push our toes into the floor and try to lift our heels for just a second. And then we're gonna go back to the squat. We're gonna squat, squeeze to stand, push the floor away to rise and lower. Again, we go squat, squeeze the hips forward, push the floor away and lower. Squat, squeeze the hips forward, push the floor away and lower. Nicely done. Keep going. Squeeze and push and lower. Again, squat, squeeze, push and lower. 3 more. Squat, squeeze, push and lower. 2 more. Squat, squeeze, push and lower. Last one. Squat, squeeze, push and lower. Nicely done. Legs nice and wide, wider than your hip width apart if you can. We're gonna put our arms forward like this. Let me move forward a tiny bit, don't wanna hit my wall. What we're gonna do here with our arms forward is we're gonna take one arm and we're gonna swing it back behind us and let our gaze follow. So it's sort of like a little rotation. Then we bring the arm forward again. Same to the other side. Open and close. We repeat. Open and close. Open and close. Open and close. So there's always one arm forward. So look at my arms start forward. One arm goes back, my other arm is still forward. Then I close. My other arm goes back and close. So there's always one arm forward. And we're kind of just rotating ourselves back. Nicely done. Keep going. Nice rotation in the back here. Don't worry if you feel like you can't go very far right now. As your body gets warmer, you will get a bit more movement into the spine here. But for now, just circling back, using your arms, using your gaze to help you with this rotation. Nicely done. Keep going. Good. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5. Really straighten the arms if you can. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your legs where they are. Open the arms out now to the side, opening those fingers. And now we're going to clap from side to side. Noticing that as I do this, one leg is sort of pivoting. So you can see my foot kind of get picked up. And I'm sort of pivoting. I'm weight shifting from side to side. So it's not too big of a movement, but I'm pivoting on my legs. I'm weight shifting. Nicely done. So we're going open and close. Yes, very good. Nice weight shift. You'll feel that rotation continue in the trunk as well. Good. Keep going. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop those arms. Last thing we're going to do here, you can hold on to a wall for support if you need, or if not, that's okay too. We're just going to do a little bit of a leg swing. So we're just going to swing one leg forward and back and just kind of loosen up the hip a little bit, loosen up the leg muscles just a little bit. The idea is we're not tensing. We're not tensing our leg. We're kind of just letting it swing, letting it be floppy as much as possible, holding on to something if you need for a little bit of balance support, because we're not doing this as a balance exercise. We're just swing the leg, kind of loosening up the hips a little bit. Let the leg be as floppy as possible. Nicely done. I know this is a little bit of a silly one. Doesn't look like we're doing much here, but you're trying to keep the leg as floppy as you can. Good, and let's switch sides. Same thing on the other leg. You're swinging it forward and back. Trying not to hold it in one place like this. You want to keep it floppy. So you don't want to be using too much of your muscles here, in the sense that you're trying to let the leg kind of swing with gravity and with momentum. Nicely done. Good, make sure you're holding on if you need help. with that balance, because we're not doing this as a balance exercise. This is just a bit of a warm up for the hip and the leg. Nicely done. And rest. Okay, good. Have a drink of water if you need. I'm going to take my sweater off because now it's a little warmer in the room. Now, that was our warm up. I hope you're a little bit warmer. If you're not fully warm yet, don't worry. As we get moving in the exercise class, we will definitely be a little bit more hot and sweaty. Okay, so for the main bulk of our exercise, here's what we're going to do. We have 5 exercises, and we're going to do 2 minutes for each exercise with roughly about a minute's break in between each one. And we're going to run through that twice. So you only have 5 exercises that we're doing, and we're doing that twice, and that's it. So hopefully it's not too much. Okay, so here's exercise 1. Let me show you what we're doing. Legs are going to be wide, a tiny bit wider than you hip width apart, but not so wide that we're then having problems balancing, okay? So a little bit wider than you're comfortable with. Our arms are going to be up in this kind of position. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna squat down, and then we're gonna stand up, pushing with our legs, reaching to one side like that. So kind of reaching on a diagonal, noticing that my hand and fingers are not like this, okay? I'm keeping them open the whole time. So it's almost like you're window washing something in front of you. And then I come back and squat down, and I do the same thing on the other side. Now, it's really important that we make this movement as smooth as possible, and we're not going like this. We want it to be smooth. So we want to go from the squat straight to the diagonal, back into the squat right away, up to the diagonal, okay? As smooth as possible. We're doing that for 2 minutes. Now, the main goal here is aiming for stamina. So hence why we're doing it for 2 minutes. We're trying to be continuous with it. But if you absolutely need a break during the 2 minutes, that's okay. Please take a break, shake out those arms, shake out the legs, whatever you need, but get right back into it if you can, okay? I'm gonna grab my timer here, and we're gonna get started. Okay, ready? And off we go, 2 minutes, here we go. Squat and reach. Remember, you don't have to do this exercise at the same speed I'm doing. So find your own speed, find your own groove if you need, but I really need you to make this movement as smooth as possible. You're going from the squat directly up to the diagonal. So you're shifting your weight, you're transferring your weight, using those legs to kind of push you up onto that diagonal position. Nicely done. Don't forget to breathe as you're doing this. No one should be holding their breath. Nicely done. Make sure your hand is nice and open, reaching like you're window washing in front of you. Big open palms. Nicely done. Good. Keep breathing. You got 1 minute left. You're halfway. Nicely done. Make sure when you're squatting, you're sticking your bottom back. Good. Keep it going. Reaching on the diagonal. Should feel a little bit of a stretch in the trunk as you're doing this. Good. Keep going. You got 40 seconds. You're almost there. Breathe. Yes, very good. Keep the palms open. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Remember, we're aiming for exaggeration of movement, big amplitude movement. 30 seconds. Actually, a little less than that. Keep going. Breathing. 20 seconds. Yes, nicely done. You're almost there. Keep going. 15. Keep breathing. Very good. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nicely done, everybody. Okay. Now we have a 1 minute break, and during that time, I'm going to tell you about our next exercise. I'm going to turn sideways for this so you can see my legs. What we're going to do here is we're going to stick our leg back and bring it back forward. So we're doing a lunge like this. So we're sticking the leg back, coming forward. Sticking the leg back, coming forward. So a lunge, it's sort of like you're about to kneel on the floor, but not quite. Your leg is kind of hovering off the floor. So if you take a really tiny step back, you're not going to be able to go anywhere because your knees will get stuck. So you need to take a big step back in order to be able to lunge. And as you're doing that, the arms are going like this: push, pull, push, pull. So it looks like this: push, pull, push, pull. Okay, nice and sharp in the arms. Are we ready? Here we go. Your 1 minute's up. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, and go. Push, pull, push, pull. That's it. Nice and sharp with the arms if you can. Really imagine there's something in front of you that you're pushing and pulling. And remember, when you're doing the reverse lunge here, you want to make sure you're stepping back far enough that your knees don't get stuck. Because if you're like this, it's going to be very tough. You won't have much room to actually lunge. Good. Keep breathing. Nicely done. As you're doing the lunges, try to keep your chest up if you can. We don't want to be doing this. I'm exaggerating. No one's doing it like that. But you want to imagine your body is like an elevator, and you can only go up and down, but not forward and backwards as you're doing this movement. Good. Keep going. Less than a minute. Nicely done. Really spread those fingers open. Really push those fingers open as you're doing the push and the pull. Nicely done. Keep going. 30 seconds. See, 2 minutes isn't too bad, is it? Although I guess during our second round, when we get really tired, then maybe it'll start to feel a little bit more challenging. Keep going. 15. You're almost there. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo, nicely done. Okay, 3 more exercises, and then you're done round 1. Next one, you're going to grab onto your pillow. So this one here, we're going to turn sideways. We're holding onto our pillow, and we're going to do 3 pillow smashes into the floor, which looks like this. 1, 2, 3. We pick up the pillow. You have 2 options here. You can either jump to the other side, or if you don't want to jump, high knee stomping. 1, 2, 3 to get to the other side. And then we do the same thing. 3 pillow smashes. 1, 2, 3. And then either jump or 3 high steps to go to the other side. So as the name implies, you're smashing the cushion. We're not doing this, right? You're smashing it down as hard as you can. Okay, your 1 minute of rest is up. Are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 3 big smashes into the floor. See if you can make as loud of a noise as you can with the pillows. And then you either jump or step to the other side. Breathe out as you're throwing and smashing the cushion into the floor. Nicely done. Smash that cushion as loudly as you can into the floor, unless you've got neighbors. Assuming your downstairs neighbors don't really care that you're doing 3 big pillow smashes for just 2 minutes. Keep going. Good. Remember to breathe out as you're smashing that cushion. You're aiming for the effort. How hard can you smash that cushion into the floor? Almost like you're smashing it so hard that all of the feathers in the pillow are going to come flying out. Nicely done. 40 seconds left. You're almost there. Keep going. Aiming for stamina. Try not to stop if you can. If you absolutely need a break, that's okay. You can take a break, but get right back into it. You can do it. 20 seconds, you're almost there. You can do it. Raise those arms as high as you can before you smash that cushion into the floor. 10 seconds. Nicely done. Keep going. You're almost there. Last 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nicely done. Put that cushion aside. Okay, we got 2 exercises left, and then we got round 2 of the same 5 exercises, and that's it, and we're done. You're almost there. Okay, next exercise is a little bit of a balance one, so I'll show you. I'm gonna face sideways again. So with this one, we are doing a forward lunge, reaching the opposite arm to leg. Make sure your hands are open. And then I'm going to take that same leg that I lunged forward with, push it back, try to balance for a second or two. And that same leg is now gonna go backwards behind me into a backwards lunge. And I'm still reaching the opposite arm to leg, balance, and I restart. So you're doing the same leg. So essentially here, I'm using my left leg to go forward, balance, same left leg goes back, balance, and so on and so forth. So I'll do one side for a minute and the other side for a minute. Okay, are we ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Reaching opposite arm to leg, balance for a second or two, and go back. Nicely done. Reaching opposite arm to leg. Really open your palms as you're doing this. Imagine it's almost like you've got $1 million taped on the wall in front of you and behind you, and you really want both. You're really reaching. Reach those arms. Reach, reach, reach. You got 20 seconds left on this side, and then we're going to switch sides. Nicely done. Make sure you're trying the element of balance in the middle if you can. Reach the opposite arms. Nicely done. 8 seconds left. You're almost there. You can do this. You're almost there. 3, 2, 1, and switch sides. Other leg. Hold that balance in the middle for a second or two before going back. Same with when you come back from the backwards lunge. You're holding the balance in the middle for a second or two before moving on. Keep breathing. No one should be holding their breath. Nicely done. Keep going, 35 seconds. You're almost there. You've only got one exercise left after this, and we're done with round 1. You're almost there. 25 seconds left. 20 seconds. Almost there. 15 seconds. Keep going. You're almost there. Last 10. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nicely done, everybody. Okay, one last exercise left, and we're done with this round. And then we just got to do all 5 exercises one more time, and then we're finished. So you're almost there. Okay, here's what we're going to do for our final exercise. I'm starting on one end of the room. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you 10 punches forward, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to squat down as if the ceiling got lower, and I'm going to shuffle sideways. Stand up, same thing on the other side. 10 punches, as hard as you can. Squat down, travel sideways. Now, really important, when you squat down and you travel, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this up and down. You need to stay down and imagine you're the same height the whole time. You're the same height the whole time you travel across, okay? Are we ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 10 punches. Squat down, lateral shuffles as low as you can. Same thing on the other side. As low as you can when you shuffle. You're staying the same height. When you shuffle sideways, we don't want to go up and down. You want to stay low, almost like you're drawing a horizontal line across the room with the top of your head. Low, 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 low. That's it. Keep going. Breathe. 10 punches. Low, 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 low. Yes, nicely done. Just be careful with the space you've got. Don't trip on anything. Very good. As low as you can. Go, go, go. You've got less than a minute left. You're more than halfway. You're almost there. 50 seconds. Nice. There you go. Keep going. Get nice and low in your shuffle. Imagine the ceiling has gotten lower, and you got to stay that same height as you travel across. Nicely done. 30 seconds. You're almost there. You can do this. Almost there. Almost there. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 20 seconds. 15. Almost there. Keep going. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo! Get a quick sip of water. Nicely done, everybody. Quick sip of water. I'm gonna quickly blow my nose and mute myself so you don't hear how gross it is. Nicely done, everybody. Okay, you're almost there. So now we're gonna do the same 5 exercises again. And we're gonna do the same thing, 2 minutes each exercise with a 1 minute break in between. And after we do the 5 exercises, we're done. And then we're gonna do our cool down and that's it. So you're almost there. This is the last little bit of work. So the first exercise we have, as a reminder, we'll bring our legs nice and wide. And this is the one where we go squat and reach. Do you remember this one? It's like that window washer one, and we're trying to keep it smooth. So what we don't want to happen is do this. We want it to be smooth. We want to go from the squat straight up into the reach, straight down into the squat. So you want the movement to be as continuous as possible. Okay, are we ready? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Nice and smooth. Remember to open those palms. Big reach, squat, and reach. As far as you can. How far can you reach? Like you're actually trying to reach the corner of your room. Go, go, go. Extend those fingers, reach as far as you can, really lean over, shift your way over from side to side. Nicely done. Stay low in the squat if you can. Keep breathing. Yes, very good. You're almost there. Keep going. That's it. Really shift your weight nice and smooth with the movement from the squat straight up to the diagonal, straight back to the squat. Nicely done. 1 minute left. If you have some energy left in yourself, see if you can speed it up. Big reach. Big reach. You're almost there. Last 50 seconds. Reach, reach, reach. Yes, very good. Nice and low in the squats. Yes, you can do this. We're almost there. 40 seconds. Nice and smooth. Big reach. Open the palms, open the fingers. Shift your weight. 30 seconds. Nicely done, everybody. You're almost there. You can do this. Almost there. Last 20 seconds. 20 seconds. That's it. Keep going. Reach. Keep moving. Almost there. Nicely done. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh my goodness. Well done, everybody. Whew. Okay, you've got 4 exercises left, and then you're done. You're almost there. Our next one was our reverse lunge, and we did the push and the pull with the arms. Do you remember that one? We did a reverse lunge. We pushed with the arms, pulled with the arms. And it's important that when we do our reverse lunge, we're not taking a tiny step. Because if you took a tiny step, what's going to happen is, as soon as you try to bend your knees, they're going to get a little bit stuck and you're not really going to go anywhere. So you want to take a large step so you can really have room to lunge into the floor and you're keeping your body upright. We don't want to be leaning as we're doing that. Imagine the elevator analogy, straight up and down. Okay, 3 seconds. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Push, pull, push, pull. Keep going. Remember the hands, really push, open, pull, push, pull. Nicely done. Keep going. If you feel like you're leaning forward a lot, then you might have to take a slightly bigger step, because if you're leaning forward quite a bit, then you probably don't have room in the legs. You need to take a bigger step so that you can stay in that kind of elevator analogy with your body. So we're not doing this, but we're going up and down like an elevator. Nicely done. Keep breathing. Good. Keep breathing. Really push, open those hands, and pull. Very nice. You got 1 minute left. You're almost there. You can do this. Even if you needed to take a break, that's okay. Get right back in if you can. Nice and low with those lunges. Reach those arms. Don't let your arms do this. Doesn't count. Reach, pull, reach, pull. Nicely done. You got 40 seconds. Keep going. Really push those arms. Extend those arms even more. Don't let them go halfway. Not like this. You're pushing and pulling. Yes, pushing and pulling. Really reach those arms. 25 seconds. You are almost there. Keep breathing. 15. Almost there. 15 seconds. You're almost there. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo! Nicely done, everybody. Woo, nicely done. Okay, 3 exercises left, and you're done. You're almost there. Our next exercise is the one with the cushion. This is the one where we do 3 smashes into the floor as hard as we can. 3 smashes, and then you jump to the other side, or if you don't want to jump, same thing, you're stomping the floor, high knees, 3 steps. 1, 2, 3, to go to the other side, and then same thing, 3 smashes, 1, 2, 3, to the other side, or you can do the jump if you've got some energy left in you. Okay, breathe, deep breath. We go again in 5 seconds. Breathe. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 3 smashes into the floor as hard as you can. Breathe out as you're smashing that cushion into the floor as hard as you can. Try to make as loud of a noise as you can with that cushion on the floor. Nicely done. Remember, if you don't want to do the jump, that's okay. You can do the 3 steps to turn around. Or if you want to do a mix, that's fine too. You can do a couple of jumping and then a couple of stepping. It's entirely up to you. But remember, this class is meant to be a challenger. So do try to push yourself a little bit more if you feel like you have it in you. Of course, please Keep safety in mind. I don't want you to jump in and trip, so please do be careful as well. 1 minute left. You're almost there. Nicely done, everybody. As hard as you can, smash that cushion into the floor. We're not throwing, we're smashing. As hard as you can. Breathe out as you're doing that. Nicely done. You're almost there. 40 seconds. Almost there. Yes, very good. Reach those arms all the way up before you smash that cushion into the floor. 25 seconds. 20 seconds, almost there. Keep going. Make as loud of a noise as you can with that cushion into the floor. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo! Nicely done, everybody. Almost there, almost there. Woo! 2 exercises left, and we are done. Our next exercise was our balance one. This is the one where we lunge forward and we reach our opposite arm to leg. Remember, our fists are not closed, we're opening them. And then we're pushing back, balancing for a second or two. And then we're lunging back with that same leg, balancing for a second or two, lunge forward, balancing for a second or two, lunge backwards. We'll do that for a minute, and then we're gonna switch sides to the other leg. Okay, deep breath, walk around the room if you need. Try not to sit down if you can. We're gonna go again in 5 seconds. Deep breath. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, and go. Lunge, balance for a second or two. Lunge back, make sure you're reaching your opposite arm to leg. Nicely done. Keep going. We've only got 40 seconds left on this side, and then we're gonna switch sides. Nicely done. Hold that balance for a second or two. Really practice shifting your weight here. Nicely done. You got 20 seconds. Oops, I'll move forward a tiny bit. Just realized my leg was cut off from the camera. There we go. Last 10. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Same thing on the other leg. Lunge, balance, back. Really reach those arms. Make sure your hands are open. Don't let the palms close. You're imagining there's a million bucks in front of you and behind you, and you really want both. You're really reaching both of those arms. Nicely done. You got 30 seconds left. You've only got 1 exercise after this, and then you're done. You're almost there. You can do this. Try not to take a break till the end if you can. You are almost there. You're so close. 20 seconds left. Keep moving, keep moving. 15. You're almost there. Nicely done. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo! Oh my goodness. Whew, well done. 1 exercise left, and that's it. You are so close. You're almost there. Our last exercise is the one where we're doing 10 punches forward. Remember that one? 10 punches. And then we're going to get nice and low in our squat. And you're going to stay the same height as you travel across. So we're going to try not to go up and down as we go across. We're going to stay low as you travel across. Another 10 punches, low, and we travel across. You got 15 seconds left before we keep going. So deep breath, try not to sit if you can. As soon as you sit, it's much harder to continue. So try to keep standing pace if you need. Last 5 seconds, and then we're gonna get going in 3, 2, 1, and go. Last 2 minutes, you can do this. Last little bit. Try to continue for the entire 2 minutes if you can. This is your last 2 minutes of hard work. You can do this. Breathe. Good, keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Remember to stay nice and low when you shuffle across. Nice and low as you shuffle across. 1 minute and 30 left, you're almost there, you can do this. Keep going if you can, keep going. Get nice and low in those side shuffles. It needs to look like your ceiling got lower. Almost like you're trying to hide from your camera. Get nice and low. 1 minute, that's it. Last minute of hard work, you can do this. Last minute, that's all you've got, and then we're done. You are so close, you're almost there. Keep going. 10 punches, lateral shuffles, keep going. 45 seconds, that's it. You're almost there. Keep moving, even if you have to slow it down, keep moving. 30 seconds, you're almost there, keep going. Almost there, almost there. Nicely done, yes, very good, keep going. There's someone joining, keep going. Last 15 seconds. Keep going, you're almost there. Last 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. Oh my goodness. Breathe. Legs nice and wide. We're gonna do a deep breath in. Sweep those arms down. Breath in. And sweep those arms down. One more breath in. And we're gonna take it into a side stretch. Reach, breathe. Really make sure your shoulders tipped over. So we're gonna try not to just do this, but you want your entire body tipped over. Nicely done. Feel that stretch on the side of your body. Good work. Going back to the middle, drop the arms for a second, float them back up, same to the other side. Remember, it's not just the arms going, but it's your body is going sideways, so you can really feel that stretch. Keep breathing. Back to the middle, drop the arms, we're gonna turn sideways. We're gonna stretch our hamstrings. You're gonna take one leg forward, bend with your back leg, your front leg is straight. Doesn't matter if your foot is up or down, as long as your knee is straight, your back is straight, and you're hinging forward. You should feel a stretch of the back of the thigh muscle there. Hold it here, breathe. And let's stand back up and we'll switch to the other side, other leg forward. Big stretch, you're stretching the back of that leg. Breathing. Keep your back as straight as you can, hinge forward at the hips, and you should feel that stretch a little more. And standing back up, one leg forward, one leg back. We're gonna stretch our calf muscle. The front knee is bent, back knee is straight. You're reaching that back heel to the floor. You should feel that stretch in the back calf. Nicely done. Keep breathing. Good job today, everybody. I know this one's always a bit of a hard one, especially if you haven't done a high intensity exercise before, or if you've done something a little more slow paced and then you kind of come right into this class. But hopefully by the end of the series, by the end of the month, you'll have a little more stamina, a little more strength, and a little more oomph in general. an energy boost. Good, stand back up. We're gonna do a thigh stretch, the front of the thigh this time. You have two options. Number one, if you're able to, you can hold onto your foot and you can pull it back behind you. Make sure you're holding on to something. And then you pull that back foot towards your bottom. Keep your knees lined up. So it's not like this, but you want your knees lined up. And then you push your bottom forward. You should feel a stretch at the front of the hip and the thigh. If that's really difficult and you're not able to hold onto your foot, don't worry. You can grab a chair and put it behind you. And you can rest that foot on the chair like so. Knees still in one line and you're still pushing the hips forward. So just don't let your knee come forward. You want it to be in one line. Push the hip forward and you should feel the stretch in the thigh. Make sure you're holding on to something for balance. Good. Let's switch sides. You can either hold on to the foot, pull it up towards you, or if you can't, that's fine too. Put it on the chair behind you, knees in one line and push the hips forward. Whichever version works for you, as long as you feel the stretch at the front of the hip and then the thigh as well. Nicely done, everybody. And then we're going to slowly release. We're going to go for a nice chest stretch. You're going to open your arms out to the side, palms forward. And you're going to look upwards and you're going to try to squeeze your shoulder blades together and just bring those arms back a little more. So from the side, I'm like this. I'm trying to bring those arms back a little more. And just see if you can hold that bit of a chest stretch. And relax. You can shake out those arms. And you are done. Well done, everybody. Very well done for your first April Challenger class. I hope you're all sweaty and I hope you kicked your butt a little bit. I know we had a very small class today, but sometimes that's a good thing because I can see all of you. All right, everybody, thank you very much for joining me today. I will see you same time, same place next week for session 2 of the April Challenger class. And now remember, the classes are recorded, so they will go onto our YouTube channel. None of you will be in the recording, so don't worry. Nobody will see you exercising. It'll just be me on the recording. But if you did want to redo the class at any point, you're welcome to do so on our YouTube channel. But I hope this class is intense enough for you, but also doable, that you can continue on to join us for the remaining sessions. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining. I'll see you next week. Well done. Very well done. Get some water, have some rest, eat a snack. I'll see you next week. Thank you, everyone. Bye.